We are live. We are live. Welcome to College Football's Peek Around the Corner with your host, Greg Pflugar. We cover everything in college football because we love everything in college football. Welcome into the house that sits on the corner of Keith Jackson Parkway and Kirkcaldy Avenue. It's college football Saturday, Golden Gopher spring football game watch party. Watch it in the comfort of your living room and watch us put down your real-time reactions. It's Athan Kaliakmanis, the Greek rifle. It's his time. It's his era. The quarterback of the Golden Gophers last year. He finished strong, baby. He finished strong. That game against the Wisconsin Badgers where the Gophers won the Axe for the second time in a row, 2 years in a row. The Gophers won the Axe against Wisconsin Badgers. First time since 1993-94. It was because primarily of Athan Kaliakmanis. So we're going to do a little pregame show. The Maroon versus Gold game starts in about 12 minutes. Jesse Wilson, good morning. Good morning. I'm excited about the Washington spring game today as well. Lots of spring football games going on. Unfortunately, once again, here in Minnesota, the Gopher spring football game has to be played in their indoor facility. So it's a big facility. I mean, it's 120 yards long. You can punt, it won't hit the roof. But you're going to get bad camera angles. It's going to be hard to see a lot of the plays. The fans can't be at it. There's barely enough room on the sideline for media, the coaching staff, the players. We do have some, Gophers have some recruits at the game, of course. Some committed recruits, some guys for the 2024 class, 2025 class. Buckshot Kid, nice to see you. Good morning to you as well. So the game is not outside. This morning, we're in 30-degree weather. There's snow on the ground. It snowed a little bit last night. So again, this has been happening quite often. We can't have the game outdoor. We're going to have it indoor, but that's okay. Look, if this was a normal football game against the Badgers, against the Hawkeyes late in the season, this is Minnesota weather, right? Outdoor, Huntington Bank Stadium. But this is a spring football game where you want to have your players compete against each other, have the, decrease your chance of potential injuries. You want to evaluate your players. So yeah, put them inside once again. That's the only choice the Gophers staff had to make. So anyways, let's go through some of the Gophers. A lot of new players. Now, I've been getting pounded into the ground because my prediction is the Gophers go 5-7 this year. That's my way too early prediction. Maybe after the spring game, I elevate that prediction to 6-6. Or maybe I drop it to 4-8. We shall see. Here are some of the key players that I'm interested. We'll just go by the uniform number. Anthony Smith, number 0 on your TV screen today. A defensive lineman from Pennsylvania. He's about to break through. I think he's about to break through. Number 0. He's number 0. I think he's going to make some plays today. He's been making some plays during the spring practice. Sean Taylor, number 2, the running back, the transfer from Western Michigan, ran over 1,000 yards last year. Remember, the Gophers do not have their Heisman their legendary running back, Mohamed Ibrahim. He's going to be drafted here real soon in the NFL draft. So we do not have Ibrahim. Trason Potts transferred to Penn State. We do have Bryce Williams, who's going to be running back number 2. He's in his 6th year, a good backup running back. But Sean Taylor is going to be the main guy, at least as we start the season. However, at running back, the Gophers have 2 really high-end freshmen. Darius Taylor, true freshman, out of Detroit, Michigan. He'll be wearing number 1, but he's been dealing with soft tissue issues during the spring. I don't even know if we're going to see him in this game. He was an early enrollee, but he's been nicked up right from the beginning. Don't think we're going to see him. We might. I am not sure. And then we have Zach Evans, number 26. He's a redshirt freshman from Rockwell Heath, Texas. He is a redshirt freshman. Now, last year, he got injured during camp. During the season, last year, he got the ball a couple times. He looked great. They love him. The coaching staff loves him. He's also been nicked up during the spring camp. So the running back situation, it's good. I think it will be good going into August. But for right now, we are thin. The Gophers are very thin. Let's go through more of the lineup here. Corey Crooms, number 4. The transfer wide receiver, slot wide receiver from Western Michigan. Same as Sean Taylor. Corey Crooms. Man, if the Gophers get something in the slot position this year, that's going to help our passing game because we have not had production. Our slot receiver has not been producing for us for years, but Corey Crooms, a senior, had a fantastic season last year for Western Michigan. It was a surprise that we got him in the transfer portal here in Minnesota. Justin Wally, 3rd year defensive back, number 5. He was a freshman All-American. He's an absolute stud. Justin Wally, number 5. And of course, our linebacker position is very, very thin at Minnesota. Number 6, Mavin Baranowski. We need him to step up. I don't know if he's ready, but number 6, that's the guy I'll be watching for. Number 6, Baranowski. Hopefully he gives us some production. Number 8, Athan Kaliakmanis, the Greek rifle, our quarterback. The Gophers quarterback, the Wild Stallion. He was sensational at the end of his redshirt freshman season. He's got a skill level that we do not see here at Minnesota. Can he put it all together for a whole season as he enters his sophomore year? That's going to tell the huge story of the success or the failures or both for Minnesota Golden Gopher football in 2023. Number 9, Daniel Jackson, wide receiver. He's our number 1 wide receiver right now because Chris Ottman-Bell is still recovering from a late injury, an injury from last year. So Daniel Jackson, our leader in the wide receiver room, number 9. He doesn't have much to prove. Don't know how much he'll play today. Another linebacker, Devon Williams, number 9. Again, him and Baranowski, we need production from the linebacker position. We need some young guys to step up because we only have one guy with really any experience in Power 5 football at the linebacker position, and that's number 45, Cody Lindenberg. That's the main reason why I've got the Gophers going 5-7. That and their brutal schedule. The linebacker position, incredibly thin. Unbelievably thin. Now, can one of these young guys prove me wrong and say, we're ready to play? Okay, I want to see it, baby. I want to see it today. Coleman Bryson, number 16. Safety. Coleman Bryson, out of North Carolina. He had a pick 6 in the bowl game last year against Syracuse. He's a player. PJ Fleck loved him last year in spring camp, in August camp. Now he's coming on strong. Looks like he's going to finally be a starter. Coleman Bryson. Of course, he's only a sophomore. Jaw Joyner, number 17. Now it's his time. Defensive lineman, pass rush extraordinaire, number 17, Jaw Joyner, a former 4-star recruit out of Connecticut. He's ready to go. I think he has to be ready to go this year and explode. Jack Henderson, defensive back, transfer, Southeastern Louisiana. Lots of praise during camp. Lots of praise. Number 20, Jack Harrison. Going through, we talked about Zach Evans, number 26. Number 27, Tyler Nubin. Potential first-round pick next year in the NFL draft. Don't know how much we're going to see him today because he is our absolute stud. Safety, Tyler Nubin out of Illinois. Fantastic year last year. He could have went into the NFL draft this year. He wanted to come back one more year. Potentially a first-round pick next year. Tyler Nubin, don't know how much we're going to see him, to be honest with you. Cody Lindenberg, number 45, our one stud linebacker who has experience. Offensive line, J.J. Goudet, number 50. Left tackle, right tackle. We're going to see him play. He hasn't been able to crack the starting rotation in our offensive line. The Gophers are going to need J.J. to step up this year. He's been battling injuries throughout his whole career as the Golden Gopher. Carter Shaw, another guy, offensive lineman. He's going to have to play this year. We lost a lot of guys last year in the offensive line. Carter Shaw playing a guard position or a backup center position. Nathan Bowl, number 66. Starting center. Who has been the Gophers center for the last 3 years? John Michael Schmitz. Where is he going? He's going to be drafted in the first round of the NFL draft. He'll be the first center taken in the draft. Now we got to find a replacement. Nathan Moe, number 66. We'll see how he does today. Ursary, number 69. Absolute stud at left tackle. We have no worries about him. Any other guys I want to bring up? Our tight ends, number 86, Jason Gears, and Nick Callerup, number 87. One of those tight ends are going to have to step up because we have Brevin Spanford. He's not playing today. Brevin Spanford, absolute stud tight end, going to be drafted next year in the NFL draft. He's not playing, going to keep him. He's recovering from surgery. He'll be ready by the start of the season, but we need that next tight end, number 1, to really start going right now. So it's either Gears or Callerup. We need one of those guys to pop. Nathan Jones as well, number 89. And then our defensive tackles, Logan Richter, Devin Eastern, Kyler Ball, number 93. I expect big things out of number 93 because remember, we lost Trill Carter, our starting defensive tackle, in the transfer portal. He committed to Texas Longhorns just a couple days ago. So those are some of the things I'll be watching for, some of the players. Ryan Matson, I hope we see Christian Hoskins today. We should. He had some good, I heard he's had some really good practices. Christian Hoskins, Quinton Redding, who ran back a couple great kickoffs last year, especially late in the season. Hopefully we see him a little bit today. Brockington, wide receiver, probably the 5th or 6th in the wide receiver room. He had a big touchdown late in the season last year. Spencer, hold on a second. What is, Elijah Spencer's number 11. 11. Elijah Spencer, wide receiver transfer out of Charlotte. He's going to be taking that Chris Ottman spot for right now. Chris Ottman-Bell spot, outside wide receiver. Elijah Spencer was probably the biggest get that we got in the transfer portal. The biggest surprise that, for whatever reason, we got him. And hopefully we see big things out of number 11, Elijah Spencer. Game's going to be starting. Follow along. Big Ten Network. Pre-game has just started. I think they're going to be starting this up real quick. Spanford is the best. He's the difference maker. Yeah, he had a great year last year. I'm glad he came back for one more season. Now the Gophers have been a running football team here under PJ Fleck, and before that. But I think they're going to throw the ball more than they have in the last 10 years. Here in 2023. It's a transition year in so many different ways. That's why I don't have the Gophers going 7-5, 8-4, or 9-3. Maybe they change my opinions. Maybe today they start proving to me that even during this massive transition, because this is the new wave of the Gopher players, PJ Fleck had incredible success. Especially if you match it up with Minnesota teams in the last 50 years. He had incredible success in this era of Minnesota Golden football. But this is the roster has been flipped. So we'll see. They're going to be passing the ball more. The wide receiver room is as deep as ever. They have Athan Kaliakmanis, who is the highest skilled quarterback we've had at Minnesota since I've been alive. Now, it doesn't mean he's going to be the most successful. I'm talking the most skilled. His arm, his legs. Now, if he can get it up between the ears, right? If he can process the field more quickly, if he can make better decisions, he's a gambler. He's a wild stallion out there. If they can just hold the reins a little bit. But yeah, the difference between Athan Kaliakmanis and Tanner Morgan in regards to skill set, the gap is huge, wide. I'm talking skill set. I'm talking athletic ability to be able to spin the ball. They hit the tight window. It's all Athan Kaliakmanis. But can he win? Well, he defeated Wisconsin Badgers last year. You know, he was outstanding in that football game. It was an amazing performance. You know what I forgot? I forgot to put the okay. All right, we're okay. Now, the thing is I'm probably going to be behind you guys. That's not a big deal. I'll be commenting on a play that you guys have already seen. So, what's the temperature there today? It was in the 30s. Let's see what we got now. Okay. For whatever reason, it's not populating. It's 33 degrees. 33 degrees. We got a smattering of a little bit of snow. It's terrible outside. It feels like, let me tell you the feels like. It feels like 23 degrees. And again, if this was a November 25th game for the Axe, Minnesota, Wisconsin, it would be absolutely glorious to have this game outside when it comes to Minnesota fans for the team. But when you're talking about a spring football game, when you're trying to evaluate the players, and if you have the option of playing it indoors, you play it indoors. I saw a lot of people on Twitter ripping on the Gophers for moving it indoors. They don't have a clue how bad the weather's been here in Minnesota. It's been just, and this has happened over and over again. Where can we watch? The Big Ten Network. If you have the Big Ten Network, you can watch the game. Thanks, Jay Warrior 2011 for coming in. Look, even if the Gophers went for the next 5 years, 12-0, 12-0, 12-0, 12-0, 12-0, won 5 national championships, and had 5-star recruits, the spring football game still would not be a big enterprise in Minnesota because we can't hold it outdoors. We cannot, there's no history of it because our weather in Minnesota is just slightly different than anybody else out there. Even our weather is different than even Madison, Wisconsin. That's just the way it is. Lincoln, Nebraska, my beloved Cornhusker fans, I'm sorry, your weather is nothing like ours in late spring. So, anyways, indoor game, not going to be a very good camera angle, but let's have fun. Golden Gophers, maroon versus gold. Historically, let me see what I can do here. Historically, the Gophers would play about as real of a football game as possible. Maroon versus gold, split the rosters, keep score the normal way. It's live tackling throughout the whole game, except for the quarterback. The Gophers would have the most truest sense of a football game as any program out there. However, they're so thin this year, they can't do it normal. They're just showing it. 30 minutes stretching and individual drills, traditional football scoring, 4 quarters running clock. Maroon flag is 20 yards. Go. I don't even think they're splitting the team up. I don't know what they're doing. Normally, it would be just a normal football game, but this year, they don't have enough players. You know, a lot of football programs in the Big Ten, they're worried about reducing their numbers to get to the 85 player scholarship. The Gophers are below 85. They're trying to go to the transfer portal's open right now. They're trying to fill in some gaps. They don't even have a full roster. They have lost so much since last season, end of last season. So that is why. That is why I got the Gophers 5-7. Because they have so many questions to answer. They would have to go through the season not having injuries. Do you think that's really going to happen? Stephen Lang. So how much does the projected starting quarterback at Mini look like PJ? Nothing like PJ. He doesn't look like anything like Tanner Morgan. Doesn't have the same skill set as Tanner Morgan. I think Cadillac Manis is probably a 180-degree difference than Tanner Morgan. if you really want to see his skill set, watch Minnesota versus Wisconsin at the end of last year. When Minnesota went into Wisconsin and beat the Badgers, the freshman Anthony Kalakmanis was absolutely sensational. So if we see that guy, if he's growing up, now he's a sophomore this year, if we see that guy, then the Gophers can once again challenge for the Big Ten West title as long as they get lucky and have very limited injuries, because they're very, very thin, especially on the defensive side of the ball. So they're doing stretching, they're doing drills. Notable returners, Jaw Joyner, Jalen Rogan-Redding, Kyler Bowlat's on the defensive line. Addition is Chris Collins. Ryan Matson, did you hear Storm Duck has entered the transfer portal again? Do you think the Gophers have a chance to get him? Yeah, he went to Penn State, and now he's already back in the portal. I'd go get him. The Gophers need to get somebody at the cornerback position. I would say another linebacker. They've been attempting it. They haven't been able to get anybody they've wanted. Everybody they target goes somewhere else. Gophers need a cornerback, a linebacker, an offensive lineman that can play some snaps. But mainly the linebacker and a cornerback. Gophers are going to have to hit on both. They're interviewing Terrell Smith, Minnesota defensive back. He's going to be drafted here in the NFL draft. A lot of skill, Terrell Smith. A lot of speed. He was a little handsy for most of his career as a Gopher cornerback. He was a little handsy. Got a lot of penalties called on him. But he had a really good last year. The year that he needed to excel, he did. And now he's going to get drafted. A speed demon. Look at the guys the Gophers lost. This is shown in the Big Ten Network. John Michael Schmitz will be a first-round pick. Mohamed Ibrahim, don't have to say anything more. Terrell Smith, he's going to be drafted. Jordan Howden, he could be a late-round draft or a free agent pickup. Safety, really good career at the Gophers. Jordan Howden, he was the guy with that big interception late in 2019 when the Gophers defeated the Nittany Lions. They were both 8-0 going into that game at Minneapolis. Late in the game, Penn State was trying to pull ahead, and Jordan Howden made an incredible interception in the end zone. Gophers win. Normally, we'd be seeing a football game right now. We will see some action here, but the first 30 minutes looks like a stretching exercise, skills. Just because the Minnesota Golden Gophers are so thin. So incredibly thin. We can go through as we wait for some real action. Let's see here. There is a spring football game. Colorado on ESPN later this afternoon. Dennis Dodd. I'm just going to read you a quick part of the article about Colorado. Deion Sanders' debut with Colorado. This is written by Dennis Dodd, just released a few minutes ago by CBS Sports. Deion Sanders' debut with Colorado will boost the Pac-12. Just not enough to help ongoing media rights. He absolutely adds value to the league, Kliakoff, the Pac-12 commissioner told reporters. But Dennis Dodd says while there may be added value when it comes to the perception of the league and the Buffaloes themselves, there's not any actual monetary value being brought by Coach Prime. That's the conclusion of several media rights consultants with whom CBS Sports spoke ahead of Sanders' debut in Colorado spring game. I'm just skipping through the article here. This city's going to shine, Deion Sanders says. I don't understand why you're shocked or puzzled. You don't know me 5 months ago. You know me now. The Colorado spring football game is sold out for the first time in program history. 45,000 paying customers. Here we go. First play of the spring football game. Ethan Kaliakmanis gives it to an offensive lineman. I believe, right? Yeah, they gave it to Usry, the big left tackle. That's how they start the game out. Giving it to Big 69. Holy smokes. So Team Maroons got the ball. Now, the other quarterbacks for the Gophers is Cole Kramer, 5-year player. Second string, he's coming on strong. Really good stuff this spring. That's what this team is. And our third string quarterback is Drew Viato. Ooh, he got hammered. The running back, 1 yard, 2 yard gain. Colton Gregerson with the tackle. Holy smokes. From Burnsville, Minnesota, man. He just made a mark there. 3rd and 6. Kaliakmanis back to pass. Picked up. Oh, almost picked off. Off the hands of the wide receiver. Corey Crooms. Got to catch that ball, Corey. Oh, he was tightly covered. The ball might have been tipped at the line. Ooh. That was great coverage by Miles Fleming. Miles Fleming, number 2. And Colton Gregerson made some good plays there. They're backup guys in the secondary, making their mark early. All right, Cole Kramer, backup quarterback out of Eden Prairie, Minnesota. He's coming on strong, ladies and gentlemen. He's rolling out. He pitches it out. Again, the camera angle is going to be horrible this game. It looks like Daniel Jackson. That's Daniel Jackson. Daniel Jackson, who's basically Minnesota's wide receiver number 1 with Chris Hotman-Bell out. Oh! Well, it's a touchdown! Touchdown! Cole Kramer to Tyler Nubin. Holy smokes! No one had Tyler Nubin down the great safety coming in at what they're doing some fun things here early in the game. Tyler Nubin, starting safety. Probably your all preseason Big Ten team safety for the conference. Are they going to play him at offense a little bit this year? He's got the talent, baby. He's got the talent. They had nobody lined up on him. Cole Kramer starts this game with a big touchdown pass. Gold goes up 6-0. Nubin's laughing. Could we be seeing some of that during the regular season? Probably not. Probably not. Go Gophers, Jared Jones. Rene Rocha. Will Minnesota be the Big Ten representative to lose in the first round of the playoffs this season? Nope. Unfortunately, we will not get to the playoffs this season. If we did and we lost in the first round, I would be so ecstatic. I would be celebrating. There'd be balloons in the studio. It would be absolutely crazy in Minnesota. Unfortunately, that won't happen. Sky-U-Ma, Ryan Matson. Okay. All right. Maroons got to get it going here. They got the starting quarterback, Athan Kalikmanis. Let's go. Whoops, I forgot to do my touchdown. I'm a little slow today. Touchdown! 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 Okay, Maroon, you're down a big 7-0. 10 minutes to go in the first quarter. An end run, that's Hoskins. An end run to Kristen Hoskins. His helmet came off. The little guy from Alexandria, Minnesota. Look at that formation. Man, they're doing a lot of... Look, the Gophers have a new offensive coordinator, right? It's Greg Harbaugh and Matt Simon. We really don't know publicly who's calling the plays. They haven't even said... They know internally. Externally, we haven't found out. But Kirk Shiraka, Athan, back to pass, throws a bomb, deep post, incomplete, targeting Elijah Spencer. I like the play, but the pass was not there. Elijah Spencer, hopefully we see that a lot. We take the top off the defense. Because we have the quarterback now that has the arm to do it, got to call those plays. You got to stretch out that defense. You got to get the defense on their heels a little bit. I love the play, not so much the execution. 3rd and 11. Incomplete. Athan, he has started out struggling. Incomplete again. Gold's going to take over the ball. Take it over. Let's see Cole Kramer. The rise of Cole Kramer. Is that going to be the storyline of today's spring football game? Athan missed a wide open receiver. Okay, we got the punt. You got number 33, C-Leagues out there. He's a transfer linebacker. Thank goodness we got him in the portal. He's going to be the starter along with Lindenberg, Ryan C-League from, again, Western Michigan. Handoff. I don't know who that is. Maybe Max Grand. It could have been Max Grand. Number 33. From Ellsworth, Wisconsin. Play action. Good throw by Cole Kramer to Danielle Jackson. First down. 42-yard line. Here comes the gold. Once again, Cole Kramer. We said it pregame, Cole Kramer's been rising in practice. He's showing a lot of good stuff out there. Looks like Bryce Williams got the ball. He's about a 6-year player. I think this is a 6th year for the Golden Gophers. Looks to be the backup for the transfer from Western Michigan, Sean Tyler. We haven't seen Sean Tyler. Don't know if we're going to see him today at all. Daniel Jackson, the man. Kramer, play action pass. Going for it deep. Oh, what a throw! Brockington down at the 1 yard line. Holy smokes. That was right there. The rise of Cole Kramer. Man, oh man, what a throw. Steps into it. He threw that ball. Woo! He threw that ball a good, that was a 60-yard toss. Right down at the 1 yard line. That was right there. Right there. Holy smokes. We got a touchdown again for the Gold. Touchdown! 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 Zach Evans? Was that Zach Evans? Gold is up 19-0. Again, we don't know how. Holy smokes. Jared Jones complete. Greg, can I get a montage of you saying holy smokes in every episode? We'll work on that. Thanks for coming in, Ricky. Appreciate it. Great pass, Jared Jones. Kramer's looking good. He is, baby. The rise of Cole Kramer. Joe Z. Been wondering if and when all student athletes start getting paid, it would be a minimum wage range across the board, or each conference sets its own uniform pay. I don't know what it's going to be at the beginning, Joe, but at some point it's going to be a collective bargaining agreement between some sort of representation of the players to the conference and schools. And these players are going to sign a contract right when they get into the doors. And that's going to be part of the recruiting process. How much money, how many years, wide open, don't know the answer to that question. Who got that ball there? Who is that? Darius Taylor. Is that Darius? That was Darius Taylor. Let's talk about Darius Taylor. I didn't know he was going to play today. I was not sure. That looked like a great run. Poor camera angle. Darius Taylor was an absolute phenom in the state of Michigan last year. He was basically the Minnesota Golden Gophers' #1 recruit. He got play action. That was incomplete, I believe. Darius Taylor blew up so much that at the very end of the recruiting cycle, the Michigan Wolverines they came in late to try to get Darius Taylor as their 3rd running back in their class. The Gophers, of course, he was our #1 and only running back in our class. Thank goodness Darius decided to stick with us. Oh boy, Darius Taylor gets the ball again. So, a lot of excitement around #1 if you see in the TV screen. However, he's been nicked up this spring. Soft tissue issues, just like Zach Evans, but they're both playing so far in this game. So I didn't know he was going to play. If he was going to play, we would have been talking about him all during the pregame. But he's in that game. Now, Bart Taylor looks good back there. True freshman, baby. I think Kalakmanis does not look good. Back to pass. He got sacked. But let's not it's not all sunshines and roses here. Athan Kalakmanis has had a rough start to the spring football game. Who got that sack? Who got that sack? Who got that sack? It looked like it was Zach Jorgensen, the transfer cornerback. He's a big cornerback. Holy smokes. Okay, gold 14, maroon nothing. Okay, so they are doing normal scoring. Cole Kramer back out there. Is he going to continue to have the hot hand? Is he? Are we looking at it? Are we starting to look at a quarterback battle? Holy smokes. Oh, I'm excited. I hope we get to see Darius Taylor a lot more in this spring football game. And Zach Taylor. Zach Taylor's number 26. He's playing for gold. And Darius Taylor's playing for the white team, which they're calling maroon. Good pass back to Brockington. Cole Kramer to Brockington. Yeah, we don't have it up today. I still haven't figured out how we're going to do watch parties next year in relation to scoreboard. There's a couple of different options. I don't think the PATC Chalk Talk, when I do the slideshow for some episodes and live, I don't think that's going to work. We did that in the Michigan game. We could go back to the old chalkboard here. We might do that. There's some other options. I'm working through those options. We'll see what we do. But we're going to be doing a lot of watch parties next year. Not just Gophers, of course. Other games, and we did that last year. 2nd and 10. Inside handoff. I do not know who got that ball. There's big number 0, Anthony Smith. We talked about him in the spring game. Lighten it up. Lighten it up in spring practice. Look at him. Oh boy. He's doing some work. Anthony Smith. Is he the reason why Trill Carter decided to transfer? Is he coming on so strong? Don't know. Kramer, back to pass. Bam! Back to Brockington. Oh, boy. That's a face mask. Got to call that, ref. 3rd and 9. I don't think did he get first down? No, he did not. They missed a face mask. Buckshot Kid, please do Discord. I know I'm pushing Discord, but when you see it, what you can do with it, you may like it. We do have somebody in the PATC community working on that for us, and I appreciate it. Skull Ducky, Oregon Duck fan, he is working on that. So Buckshot Kid, looks like we're going in that direction. Here's a punt. Boy, Cole Kramer is lighting it up. Okay, Afton, let's go. Okay, Athen, we need a completion out of you. Settle down, young man. Ooh, and that's Newbin, Tyler Newbin's younger brother, who's got that football, Jordan Newbin. 2nd and 9. The Greek rifle. End of the first quarter. Going into the second quarter. Has Athan Kalikmanis, has he made one completion yet today? Has Cole Kramer, has he thrown an incompletion yet today? Those are the questions. I don't know. I don't have the stats in front of me. Do we have an emerging story? You guys know how much I love drama in college football. Do we have an emerging story? Yes, the spring football game is just a glorified scrimmage, correct? But we've been hearing steam about Cole Kramer, the rise of Cole Kramer during the camp, during spring practice. We talked about it pregame. Is it happening? Is it happening? I just put out a tweet. The rise of Cole Kramer is real. A lot of spring football games today. Let's take a look. We'll run some of them down here. Baylor has a spring football going. It's going to be starting here pretty soon. Texas Tech has a spring football game. West Virginia has a spring football game. These are all 1 o'clock Eastern time. LSU, 2 o'clock Eastern time. Nebraska follows the Gophers game on Big Ten Network, 2 o'clock Eastern time. Notre Dame spring football game on Peacock at 2 o'clock Eastern time. Utah, 2 o'clock Eastern time. Alabama, 3 o'clock Eastern time. Colorado on ESPN, 3 o'clock Eastern time. Oregon State, Oklahoma, Marshall, Stanford, Washington, Washington State, Nevada, all with spring football games today. Finishing out their spring football camps, practices. Look at the new coaching staff. Harbaugh, McKissick, the running back coach. Andrew Sauter, the tight ends coach. Ooh! It's just like that. That's Newman, Jordan Newman. Good run. He broke it wide. Big gain for the Maroon team. They need some yards. They need some points, down 14-0. Jordan Newman with a good run. Kalikmanis, the Greek rifle, needs to complete a pass. Settle him down. Give him an easy one. Play action. Good throw. A little bit behind. But you saw the talent there. Quick action. Bam. To Corey Crooms Jr. That's our slot guy. We talked about it. Finally, we have a slot receiver that can get us production for this season. We've been missing that. Nothing against Michael Brown-Stevens and others over the last 5-6 years. But now we've got a guy with a very lot of experience, lot of success. And of course, the Gophers love to run that slant pass, that RPO slant. It keeps the linebackers off the line of scrimmage. If you have a slant pass behind them, if you can complete that early in the game a couple times, it keeps the linebackers off the line of scrimmage. That's the old Kirk Shiraka. That was his play two call. That was what he went to, the slant. So you're going to be seeing a lot of those plays with Rutgers this year in 2023. Okay, Cadillac Manis makes a completion. Look at that. Boom! To Corey Crooms again. Good throw. Good throw. Good coverage. That's Darius Green out there. Battling for us. He's a safety. "16-yard line. The Greek rifle sets up 2nd and 3. Play action to Jordan Newman. Boom! Number 14, another completion. To Evan Redding. A walk-on. Okay, the Greek rifle has heated up. He has heated up. You saw it. You're starting to see that high-level talent. Quick release. Bam. Jordan Newman running over somebody. Gets down to about the 1-yard line. Looks like he ran over Kerry Brown. Freshman from Naples, Florida. Give it to Newman again. This is Jordan Newman. This is Tyler Newman's younger brother. He's about the 4th or 5th running back in the running back room. Give it to him again. There you go. He's running hard. That's a touchdown. Touchdown!
Touchdown! Touchdown! Touchdown!
14-6. The Maroon needed that touchdown. As Fleck is saying, they need to evaluate his players in a high-pressure situation. Of course, the spring football game is not really high-pressured, but it's the best you can do in the month of April. One more time to evaluate these guys when they're in competition. Tyler Ball, you got Schuster out there on the defensive line. We're going to need a lot of stuff from Schuster and Ball for this season. Okay, Cole Kramer back in that quarterback. Ooh, Zach Evans! Look at him go! Look at that cut! 30, 20, 10, touchdown! Zach Evans! That's the guy! The redshirt freshman. Holy smokes! Zach Evans from Texas Heath, Texas.
Touchdown!
That's what we got, ladies and gentlemen.
Touchdown!
That's what we got. Look at this cutback.
Touchdown!
Look at that. He's got skill, baby. Zach Evans and Darius Taylor. 2 freshman running backs. This guy's a redshirt freshman, Zach Evans. They got all the talent in the world. That's why, ladies and gentlemen, Trey Potts transferred to Penn State to be their 5th running back. These guys are the Gophers. You can say whatever you want to say about the Gophers, but they always recruit and develop running backs. That's what they do. Mo Ibrahim's leaving. Zach Evans, Darius Taylor are now in, and they're excited. Do I feel myself going from 5-7 to 6-6? I'm almost there. I might change my prediction. Gophers back to a bowl. And who knows? That projection might be climbing even more. Zach Evans. He's all that in a bag of chips. He's all that in a bag of chips. They missed a holding on that TV run from Buckshot Kid. They might have missed a hold. They might have missed 2 holds, but we did not miss that cut to the left. He put his right foot down, boom, off and running. Watch out for Zach Evans and Darius Taylor. Okay. Hand off to, didn't see who that was. Did not see who that was. 21-0 Gold. I think Kaliakmanis is going to have to lead his Maroon team for another touchdown. We did get a big tackle by Tyler Stalsky from Portage, Michigan. Freshman. Rolling out. Get rid of it. He's down. He's down. Yeah, number 28's having a day out there. 28 is having a day. Zach Jorgensen. They love him. The transfer. Wow. Zach Jorgensen is having a day. So far, he's the defensive MVP. Quentin Redding catches that ball. Looks like his hair got a little... Is that his hair or is that his... Okay, that's just a hoodie or something. I thought that was his hair. It's growing longer from last year, but I don't think that was his hair. I think that was... He knows he's not going to get tackled, so he's wearing some sort of hoodie, I guess. (21-7). Cole Kramer comes out with his team. Do they add to the lead? He's been hot. Give it to Zach Evans again. Give it to number 26 again. They got the ball at the 4-yard line. They put the ball at the 4-yard line. Putting Gold under pressure situation. Cole Kramer to number 15. Another long completion. This is the Kendrick Lanier, the true freshman, 4-star out of Georgia. Number 15, Lanier. But again, Cole Kramer making some plays out there. The backup quarterback. Holy smokes. Zach Evans. Okay. Good tackle. Who was that guy who got him? I don't know who made that tackle, but could have been Anthony Smith again, number 0. Oh, tipped at the line of scrimmage. Tipped at the line of scrimmage. Third and 11. Max Gran in the backfield with Kramer. Brockington far left. Completed to Lanier again, the true freshman, but it's 4th down. Not enough for a first down. The true freshman's getting some play. but not close to a first down. Good play by Watson. Number 24, Tariq Watson, battling for one of those starting quarterback positions on the opposite side of Justin Wally. He's probably ahead in the game. He's probably the leading candidate to be the other starter on the outside. We shall see. A lot of battles right now in April set the stage for the battles in August. Gold's got the ball back 21-7. We have not seen third string quarterback Drew Viato yet. True freshman. Jacob Knuth, who was supposed to be our third string this year, transferred. Went into the transfer portal. Darius Taylor? Is that Darius Taylor? Darius Taylor, my goodness. Woo! We got an injury. Holy smokes. Woo! Now, am I excited about Darius Taylor? I know all the Gophers are. The coaching staff, the fans. Go check out Darius Taylor's freshman senior tape out of Michigan. High school in Michigan. Detroit, Michigan. Walled Lake Western. Absolutely blew up. And fortunately for the Gophers, Fleck was in on him early. He stuck to his commitment. Man, they're gonna have to play him in his true freshman season. The NIL, Dinky Town Athletics, they're gonna have to put up the money to keep this cat. Darius Taylor, man, he is a dog. Him and Zach Evans. Rolling rock. Okay. All right. See, we got an issue here, folks. We got an issue. Kerry Brown with an interception. Athan Kalakmanis, he rolls. He goes right, but then he just throws it up there. Defensive back makes the adjustment and picked off. Not a good decision. Not a good throw by the Greek rifle, by the Wild Stallion. And now here comes Cole Kramer. Back onto the football field. With 8:50 left to go in the second quarter, Gold is up 21-7. Let's not make a mistake here. This has been Cole Kramer's day at the quarterback position. So far this game, fake handoff to Zach Evans, back out to Christian Hawkins, a throw, but knocked down. We had some trickeration on that play. Bryson Coleman, who came on strong at the end of last year, made a play at the safety position. Number 16 with a pick six in the bowl game. If he had more mustard on that throw, that could have been a big-time completion. But I like the play call. They're having some fun out there. Zach Evans. One yard gain. It's 3rd and 9. Gold's got the lead 21-7. It's 3rd and 9. Can they pick up a first down? Or will they give Maroon good field position? Buckshot Kids. So I was a kid. The TV show was on, but did the show coach help recruit in Minnesota? No, I don't think it had any effect on it. Plus, it was Minnesota State. It wasn't Minnesota. Back to pass. Cole Kramer. Oh, he hits the referee. And that was going back to Lanier. He hits the referee with that pass. Incomplete. I think that would have worked. Maroon got a break there, ladies and gentlemen. Team Maroon got a break. Screaming Eagles. Ryan Matson, Luther Van Dam was an underrated defensive coach. Luther was the best part of the show. Luther Van Dam, defensive coordinator. Brevin Spanford is being interviewed. Big season last year. Okay, Athens just threw a terrible interception. Back to pass, slant pass. There it is, Elijah Spencer. There it is. Mr. Monkey says, Greg, how do the Gophers look? Well, I got to tell you, Athens Kalakmanis, our number one quarterback, is struggling today. So, fake Darius Taylor. Another good throw to Elijah Spencer. Oh, Elijah Spencer. Corey Grooms. The Gophers lost a lot in the transfer portal when it came on the defensive side. But on the offensive side, the Gophers got some cats, baby. They got some cats on this team. They're going to be more of a throwing team. Kalak, he's showing us his skill level. But, another throw to Elijah Spencer. Kalak Manis to Spencer. Boom, boom, boom. 3 plays in a row. All the same pass, by the way. Slant, slant, slant. Good catch by Spencer. Here we go. Now, fake that. Go deep. End zone. Let's do it. Right here. Touchdown. Right here. Fake that slant. Nope. There it is. Going on top. That's way overthrown, right? Yeah. They went back to Spencer, though. You see that? He probably faked that slant and went to the corner. They set that play up. But right away, you could see that was overthrown. Again, he has so much skill. The Greek rifle. Can he put it all together? He put it all together against Wisconsin. Look at that. Look at that. Back to Spencer to the 5-yard line. They can't stop that man. Number 11. The transfer from Charlotte, considered one of the top transfer targets of all wide receivers in the portal, and the Gophers got him. Number 11, number 14. Spencer from Charlotte. Corey Crooms from Western Michigan. Okay, we got a 1st and goal. Maroon is trying to score to get within 7 before the end of the half. Athens Kalakmanis is getting challenged by the backup quarterback, Cole Kramer. There's Athens. Touchdown. We got ourselves a game.
Touchdown! Touchdown!
Okay, that was a sensational drive. Sensational drive. Maroon back within 7 if they make the extra point. Jason Shear, the second part of Mr. Monkey says, Jason Shear retweeted his April 11th loose lips sink ships last night. Cloak and dagger. I did not see that. I don't know. All I can say about Jason Shear, his reporting on this has been, from our perspective, right? You can say, Greg, you've been wrong. Your sources don't know the whole story. Of course they don't. Greg, you got a wrong information. The people that you have trusted over the years, they're a little bit off. I can understand all of that. I'm just letting you know, Mr. Monkey says, and everyone else, from our perspective, Jason Shear has been dead nuts on the story. So take that however you want it. I did not see that he retweeted it April 11th. Loose lips sink ships. Is there a lot of cloak and dagger stuff going on? Yes, we think the process it's in its last stages on the decision whether to go. We don't think this process is going to go all the way for 3 more months. Now, if these schools decide, if Arizona says, yeah, you know what, we're going to stay in the Pac-12 no matter what. We know it's going to be a subpar, unsustainable media deal. We're going to fall back behind the Big 12 for the next 5 years. We know that going to an Apple TV Tier 1 possibly is bad, but we're not going to leave the Pac-12 to the Big 12. If that's the decision Arizona is going to make, they do not need to stretch this out for another 3 months. Internally, Arizona is going to say, yeah, we're staying no matter what. We don't believe they made that decision. We don't believe Arizona State has made that decision. So what we're saying is we're at the last stages here. We believe. And I don't know, I don't know what his retweet of April 11th, loose lips sink ships. I don't know if that's, I don't know. I don't want to speculate because it's his information. But, we shall see. No, Joe, Cadillac Manis is playing. He just made about 6 completions in a row, ran it in for a touchdown. No, he's healthy. He struggled in the first quarter, badly. Struggled at the start of the second quarter, threw a terrible interception. But just showed some pretty high skill level here late in the second quarter. Nice for you to come in, Mr. Tran. (21-14). Gold has the lead over Maroon. Let me check out a few things here. Whoops. I didn't want to do that. I just kind of screwed up something. We're okay, though. We're okay. I do now. I do see Jason Shear's retweet. Let me see if I can post it here. Make it so everybody can see it. Oh, that's too much. That's too much. That's too much. There it is. That's the tweet that Jason Shear put out at 3 p.m. April 11th, which was 11 days ago. Loose lips sink ships. He retweeted that yet last night. I would say that maybe other people have the same information somehow. They got some information, and this might be a way of him telling everybody to either be quiet, don't say any more about his situation, or it's warning somebody that they're speaking to. I'm not sure what that means. I just know there is whoops. I just know that there's just a whole lot of steam going on. Just an unbelievable amount of stuff is going on. So that's why we put out the dates, April 28th to May 17th, as could be a really hot bubble of time happening. I'll be looking at those dates between April 28th and May 17th. Ryan Matson, what happened to Bucky Irving? I remember he left the Gophers a few years ago. He had a great year with us for the Oregon Ducks. Great year. The problem with Bucky Irving is he wanted to make that NIL money last year. Don't blame him. Not going to go into his family situation, but he needed to make the money. And plus, Mo Ibrahim was coming back next year for the Gophers. So Mo Ibrahim was going to be RB number 1. He wasn't supposed to come back next year. He was supposed to go in the NFL draft, but then Mo Ibrahim, in the first game 2 years ago of the season, in the third quarter against the Ohio State Buckeyes, he had 163 yards and then tore his Achilles. So he couldn't go in the NFL draft. He came back last year, had an unbelievable season. After a torn Achilles, so Bucky Irving had to leave. Again, Gophers have got 2 studs. Again, Zach Evans and Darius Taylor. So after this year, the NIL, the money has to be there for Minnesota to keep them. Got to keep them, try to keep them both happy. But that's the day and age of college football. And Bucky Irving was getting offers before he went into the transfer portal, which shouldn't be allowed. But yeah, he had a great year for Oregon last year. Bucky Irving had a great year. Thanks for coming in, Mr. Monkey Says. Appreciate it. Yes, loose. You're right. You're right about that. I forgot about that. I got a feeling that other people have some very sensitive information. Maybe people on his message board, and he's basically saying, keep it down. Keep it down. Don't say much. That's my interpretation of it. I could be wrong. Eisman 57. I thought Iowa spring game was on Big Ten Network today. Did I miss it? When is the Iowa spring football game? Let's check that out. I don't know, but the article I'm reading, Iowa's had a lot of injuries this spring. It's for today. Sounds like it's going on right now. I don't know. It's not really telling the time of the game. Don't know. I don't know. Eisman 57, all I could see that is people were going through the gates at 9:45 this morning, but they don't say the time of when the game starts. So, I don't know what it means, Tran. I'm just guessing that loose lips sink ships. Jason Shear, we tweeting that is just don't say too much. If you do know about something, just don't give it away, because it's a very sensitive time right now. Let's put it that way. So lots of cloak and dagger, lots of negotiations. Can they make it work? Can Arizona State, Colorado get the institutional support enough to make a move to where the president of the university, the Board of Regents, have the option of going to the Big 12? That's all what's going on right now. We talked about it in the live show. We broke that about a week ago. It's right now is all that minutia, all that inertia, I should say, of can we do this? Are you on board? Big boosters, are you on board? Sponsorships that we put into our indoor facility, on our outside stadium, the people who are sponsors for our coaching shows. Do we think that they're all will hang with us? To go into the Big 12, would that be such, do we consider that a harmful impact on our brand as a Pac-12, as a large research university? All these things coming together, do we have an opening? Do we even have an option? That's what's been decided right now. And I think for many of those schools, it's not. For some of those schools, it is. And then they're going to be ready to pull the trigger, yes or no, here pretty soon. When does early signing start for 2024? I would assume it's December, third week in December in 2023. That's how it's been lately. Now, did that rule change? I don't know. There's so many changes going on, I can't keep up. I would guess third week in December, but it's just a guess. I don't know, Tony. I don't know. After picking the Gophers to finish 5-7, I'm wondering if your Gopher hoodie's giving you a rash. No Gopher hoodie would ever give me a rash. But when I'm doing a national college football show, complete to Brockington, Kramer to Brockington, when I'm doing a national college football show, I have to be honest. But look, Darius Taylor and Zach Evans are absolute studs. If we can just pick up, Tony, some defensive players in the portal that I think that can fill in some snaps in that linebacker, quarterback position, just in case we get injuries. Cole Kramer back to pass, incomplete. Going back to Brockington, incomplete. One of the very few incompletions for today for Cole Kramer. If I see that, I'm willing to go 6-6. I'm willing to go 7-5. I don't know, Tony, have you been watching this game? The few times Darius Taylor's gotten the ball, the one time Zach Evans had about an 80-yard touchdown run. These guys are incredibly talented. Zach Evans. Ooh, he gets not much there. It's third down, third and long. The Gold Team, 21-14. They dominated the first half, but Maroon got a late first half touchdown when Afton Cadillac Manis went to Elijah Spencer 3 times in a row, moved it down to the 1 yard line, and then Athen ran it in to punch it in. So we have a 7-point game. Arch Manning is so overrated. Woo! I love his high school tape. We'll see. Oh, he got sacked. No, he did not. They're calling him sacked. They're calling him down. Somebody got beat over there. Hawkinson beat the right tackle. Oh, he went around J.J. Goudet. Oh, no. Oh, no. We need number 50. We need him to be a decent backup tackle. He's been nicked up so much in his first, 4 or 5 years as a Gopher. Hawkinson went around him like I've got Texas winning the Big 12 championship. I do not have them going to the playoffs. I do have Texas Longhorns winning the Big 12. Great wide receiver room. I think they're ready to go. I think they're ready to elevate themselves and win the Big 12. And the last time they're in the Big 12. Tony says, I only drink maroon Kool-Aid during a cloak and dagger. Tran says, hell no to my Texas stance on them winning the Big 12 championship. Ooh, good pass by Athen. Back to Spencer. Cadillac Manis to Spencer once again. You guys are killing me. You guys are killing me. Big time run. Jordan Newman, but there's a flag on the field. Flag on the field. Whoa. Is that Drew Viato? Drew Viato's in the game. That's Drew Viato, the third string quarterback. I'm sorry. I thought that was Athen Kalakmanis. Yeah, we got a big old hold. Big old hold on 96. Drew Viato. Or maybe that wasn't a hold. Maybe that was a penalty on the defense. I did not see that. Drew Viato to Elijah Spencer. Spencer's starting to dominate this game. Oh, look at that. Sweet route. Well, KU, KSU, Texas, Oklahoma, I always pick to win the Big 12, but they always choke. Oklahoma won the Big 12 a lot of years in a row, so they couldn't win a playoff game, but they did win the Big 12 plenty. But Kansas State, they're the ones who won it last year. They're the defending, reigning Big 12 champions. Yep, Drew is in now. Ooh. Jordan Newman. Looking good out there. Gary got Iowa winning the Big Ten West. Cade McNamara. So he's elevating that quarterback room at Iowa. Again, that offensive coordinator. They're going to have their defense score points. Can they do it once again? Drew Otto to Jordan Newbern. Gets tackled. Behind the line of scrimmage. True. Sam Heward, all the way back to Cal Poly, an FCS school. Kansas State will be very tough this year. Of course, they lose their incredible running back. But Will Howard, man, he was coming on. Sensational season last year. Tran says, this year I'm watching Tulane. Michael Pratt, the quarterback, came back this year, one more year for Tulane. Sensational last year. Tulane is the big chalk, the big favorite in the AAC. (21-17) gold, 2nd and 9. Drew Viato, third string quarterback in the game. Back to pass. Kind of off his back foot, tosses it up, almost an interception. That was off his, that was not good footwork by the young kid, Drew Viato. Again, first spring camp for the young man. Out of Sault Marie, Ontario, Drew Viato. First and 10. So there must have been some penalty there. They call them flag on Maroon. Pass interference, maybe. .445 left to go in the third quarter. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. That way you get notified. Also, follow our account at Flug Empire on Twitter. You get notified of our next shows, our next episodes, live shows, and of course, watch parties. Timeout gold up 21-17. Ryan Matson. I hope Chris Ottman-Bell can stay healthy this year. I want him to finish his Gophers career strong. Hallelujah. Yes, that would be great. 7th year as a Gopher. Last couple of years, he keeps getting injured. Very good outside receiver. He's limited. But yeah, I hope he finishes strong. Elijah Spencer now some of those targets to Chris Ottman-Bell is probably going to go to Elijah Spencer here in 2023. Looks like that's Max Grand, number 33. They're going with a higher elevated camera. There we go. Max Grand. Ellsworth, Wisconsin. We got a couple Ellsworth, Wisconsin kids on our team. Ooh, Anthony Smith gives Max Grant a shot to the head. First and 10. It's a running play. Couple yards. We talked about big number 0 pregame before the game started. He's been making a lot of plays at spring practice. He's put on some weight. He probably has to put on a little bit more. Second and 10. Zach Evans, 3 or 4 yards. He hits that hole fast. The redshirt freshman out of Texas, Zach Evans. He had about an 80-yard touchdown run early in the game. 75-yard run, something like that. Big Ten Ted really likes our receivers. This is the deepest receiver room we've had since Fleck has been our head coach. Now, obviously, Maroon got a big stop there. Gold's going to have to try to kick a field goal. Obviously, the days of 2019 with Rashad Bateman and Tyler Johnson, those were, right? Bateman and Tyler Johnson were both first-team All-Big Ten receivers. Coming from the Minnesota Golden Gophers, unbelievable. So, of course, the two best receivers we ever had was 2019. But this is the deepest one. And so we need more growth. Field goal's good. Gold's back up to a 7-point lead. So we just need more growth out of Cadillac Manis. Cole Kramer, backup quarterback, solid backup quarterback. Offensive line has to grow up just a little bit more. Got to find themselves a right tackle, because we don't know what they're going to do with Quinn Carroll, our starting right tackle from last year. Did a great job. Did a really good job. But they sounds like they want to move him into a right guard position. We'll see about that. They're not going to move him to guard if we can't find a replacement for Quinn Carroll at right tackle. But yes, we're going to throw the ball more this year than probably any year since PJ Fleck's been our head coach. Tony, did you cover the Dennis Dodd article before I joined? Just a little bit. There was an article released this morning by Dennis Dodd going over the Deion Sanders making an impact at Colorado. They got 45,000 people going to the spring game this year. And then he went through potential Big 12 candidates if they can't land the top targets from the Pac-12, the Four Corners schools. I don't know. I'll probably do a small little episode on that to break it down some more. I think he mentioned Boise State, UNLV, San Diego State. Right? Is that the article you're talking about? I'm not going to really break it down. I talked about it a little bit earlier. Don't want to do too much during a watch party. I got to see my beloved Gophers. Let's see here. UNLV, he mentions. Fresno State, Boise State, Memphis. The one above Colorado, I don't know which one you're talking about, Tony. On his Twitter page. I don't know what, if it's not that article, I'm not sure which one you're talking about. Let me know in the comments section, Tony. Gary says the Big 12 could be the first conference. Okay, about Colorado. Okay. Got it, Tony. Yeah, I did read it. We'll probably go over it in an episode maybe tomorrow on it. Ooh, big time pass. Who threw that ball? Who completed that dispenser? Who threw that football? Okay, that was Cadillac Manis. Man, that guy can throw it. Holy snap. Wow. That's the Greek rifle right there. Gophers haven't had a quarterback who could throw that type of football. Oh, look at that throw. My goodness. Touchdown. Holy cow. Okay, ladies and gentlemen.
Touchdown!
That's what we're talking about.
Touchdown! Touchdown!
Those two throws, those last two throws from Athan Kaliakmanis were at the highest elite level that you can do in college football. The last two throws. One was an unbelievable throw. He struggled first quarter, threw a bad interception. Second quarter. Ever since then, look at this throw. Bam! Bam! To Spencer. And then this throw to the corner to Spencer once again. I think he got a foot down. He bobbled it at first. Whatever. The throw is spectacular. Spencer is the real deal. The Gophers 5-7? No way, baby. No way. And now, officially, at 12:33 Central Time, April 22nd, I've got the Gophers going 6-6, going to a bowl game, and I got more room for them to grow. Those throws, Elijah Spencer, he's the real deal, Holyfield. Those throws are elite. Elijah Spencer, 9 catches, 120 yards, 1 touchdown. He is your offensive player of the game. Elijah Spencer, ladies and gentlemen, the man from Charlotte. Transfer from Charlotte. He could have gone to a lot of places, but he decided Minnesota. That shocked everybody. Another big time run. Who was that? Who was that? Zach Evans again. Zach Evans with another deke around Bryson Coleman. Holy smokes. Woo! Tony, I am back on his Christmas card list. Holy cow. They got some talent, baby, on offense like they haven't had in a while. Remember, the Golden Gophers has been in the top 10 in defense nationally the last 2 years. Third ranked 2 years ago, ninth ranked last year. But they've got some juice on offense this year, led by their freshman running backs, Zach Evans, Darius Taylor. We saw him earlier in the game. Ho, 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 ho. Woo! Darius Taylor, Zach Evans, and then Elijah Spencer, Corey Crooms, Athan Kalakmanis. I am drinking the Kool-Aid, baby. I am drinking the maroon and gold Kool-Aid. Dump it on me. Cole Kramer back to pass. Ooh! Zach Evans gets nailed, incomplete. I don't know who that young man is. Who is that number 6? Ooh, that's Maverick Baranowski, the linebacker. We talked about him pregame. We need number 6 to come on this year. We are so thin at linebacker. Once I start talking about the linebackers, I kind of want to go back to my 5 and 7 prediction. But no, I'm going to hold the line. I'm going to hold the line. 6 and 6. We're in the fourth quarter. It's the Elijah Spencer, Zach Evans show so far here in the spring game. That's batted. No. Oh, that's completed. I thought that was batted. Brockington. Cole Kramer's had a well of a game. Well of a game. Rick Olson, is the spring game in the field house because of the weather or not enough fans? It was 30-some degrees. It felt like 23 degrees. We had snowfall, wind. There's no way they're going to play this game outside if they've got a full indoor facility like we desperately needed in Minnesota. There's no way they were going to have that game outside. If that's November 25th weather, Minnesota, Wisconsin, fantastic. Spring football game when you're evaluating your players, no way. Especially when you have this option. And we never have a lot of people at their spring football game. So that's not a reason why not to have it outside. How can you possibly have big spring football, a lot of attendance? Look at the last 10 years in Minnesota. How many of these have we had to go inside and play them? A lot of them. 2 years in a row, and there's been other years. It's they're also putting in a new scoreboard, so there is no electronics. Spring football in Minnesota, our winter is still going on in Minnesota in April. We're not like anybody else. So we're just thankful we got an indoor 120-yard, more than 120-yard football field that we can actually play a football game in April. We actually practice here the whole April. The weather has been absolutely brutal in Minnesota. We had one day, a couple of good days. Tony, the jug is ours. Henderson, interception. Of course, it was out the receiver's hands. Oh! Look at that throw. Out the back foot. Getting rushed. Kalakmanis to Kalakmanis. Dino. Kalakmanis. The brothers. I believe it was brother to brother on that completion. Jose really liked those white helmets. My favorite Gopher helmet is the golden chrome, but they only use them about 3 times a year. They switch in and out. I wish they would stick to just 2 helmets, but I don't think that's what they're going to do. I think they're going to keep having a combination of helmets every game. Sometimes the Gopher is on there. Okay. Eight minutes to go. Spring football game. Thanks for joining us. I appreciate it. Thank you, Ryan. I do get excited. And of course, it's not fake. It's passion. Back to pass. Batted. No. Oh! Completed! To Corey Crooms! I thought that was batted down. This camera angle is just giving me all the trouble in the world. Corey Crooms again. I tell you what, this quarterback, look at that throw. Look at that throw. Everything he did wrong, he did everything wrong in the first quarter, start of the second quarter. Since then, bam! Cadillac Manis to Cadillac Manis on a slant. Number 8, the Greek rifle. He is on fuego. He's on fire. Boom, look at that footwork. Boom, look at that quick release. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Darius Taylor's in the game. Number 1. Number 1 is in the game. Give him the rock. Give the young man the rock. Let him go. They gave it to him. No, play action pass. Again, completion. Athen Cadillac Manis to Dino Cadillac Manis. The brother-to-brother combination for the 3rd time this drive. The Greek rifle is on fire. Another tight spiral. Just the arm action. The accuracy. Once he's locked in. Once he is locked in, he's an absolute beast. This is how he looked like against the Wisconsin Badgers when once again we took the... Look at that throw. Did you see that throw? Did you see that throw? Left of the hash mark, all the way to the other side of the field. Athen to Dino. That is a throw, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? Compare that to your J.J. McCarthy. Compare that to your Kyle McCord. Compare that to Mordecai or whatever the Badgers got going on there in Madison. Holy smokes. I'm going to have to meditate on this. Jared Jones, Mr. Buckeye, Cadillac Manis is looking real good. I'm going to have to meditate. I'm going to have to reevaluate. I've already gone from 5-7 to 6-6. Tony's saying, is the D-line getting into pressure? I don't even know if it matters. Cadillac Manis is getting back in the pocket. Bam, 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 quick flip. Boom! Out of his hands, accurate, with fire, tight spiral. I'm going to have to do a reevaluation of my beloved Golden Gophers. Brutal schedule. Thin on defense. Gophers have got to hit it in the portal. They got lucky. I mean, they got Elijah Spencer and Corey Crooms when nobody thought we were going to get those 2 cats. They came in. But my goodness, we need to hit it on the defensive side of the ball in the portal. The portal's open to April 30th. It's April 22nd. Let's get to work. Let's get to work, Joe Rossi. Let's get to work, PJ Fleck. Let's get some cats in here, a linebacker, cornerback. We're close. We're close. We knew we had offensive skill. Even in the Saturday tradition. Look, I wonder if I still got it. It's talking about Minnesota here as one of the teams that could stumble. PJ Fleck's program has posted back-to-back 9-win seasons. making this Minnesota the most successful multi-year stretch of winning percentage since 1960 to 62, because if you take the last 3 years of Minnesota Golden Gopher football, it's 11 wins, 9 wins, and 9 wins. The most successful 3 years since 1960s. But Minnesota's past 2 teams were veteran-laden squads, and the 2023 Gophers are 87th nationally in returning production. Simply getting back to a bowl game might be closer to this team's ceiling than another 9-win campaign. And here's the money shot. What happened? What did I just miss? Darius Taylor? What did I just miss? A big run by Darius Taylor? I probably did. That guy's a beast. Number 1. Give it to him. Give it to him. Give it to him. Darius Taylor touchdown. Back to the article. Like Penn State, Minnesota has youthful talent that might be a year away from meeting its full potential. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm seeing a lot of potential talent that might be ready for 2023. This Darius Taylor, let's be honest. Let's be honest. I'm all hyped up. The little general has a hyped up husband. I think we're going to go shopping. I think we got to do some errands after this game. I'm going to be talking Golden Gopher football in the car. The little general is going to get pretty annoyed by it. I am absolutely hyped up after watching this game. There's been a lot of positive steam coming out of spring practice, but Darius Taylor, Zach Evans were nicked up, but obviously they're not nicked up anymore. Athan Clackler-Manis, his skill level is on full display here in the second half. Elijah Spencer and Corey Grooms, the wide receivers we got in transfer portal, on complete display here. We have some question marks on the offensive line, question mark at the linebacker position, and we need another cornerback, in my belief. Tony is saying, believe in the Gophers. Maroon is suddenly up 31-24, being down all game long. Gold's got the football. Darius Taylor, 6 rushes, 48 yards, a TD. Oh, he looks good. True freshman, baby. True freshman. Give that man the rock at the start of the season. Don't do this. Let's wait 4 games. Get him in the game right away. Get him in there against the Nebraska Cornhuskers. Cole Kramer, back to pass. Long pass. Brockington breaks the tackle. Touchdown, Gold.
Touchdown! Touchdown! Touchdown!
With a made extra point, we're going to have a tie game. Some trickeration in the pocket. They fake like they fumbled the ball. Zach Evans, defensive players, got flat-footed. Pass to Brockington. Coleman with the missed tackle. He's had a tough spring game, ladies and gentlemen. Coleman has had a tough spring game today. Missing tackles, getting duped on long runs. Brockington, Watson got injured. Number 2-4. He's injured. He's got a hamstring or he's nicked up. I don't think so. Cole Kramer versus the Greek Rifle may have a QB competition. I don't know. I don't think so. But Cole Kramer, the rise of Cole Kramer being a backup quarterback, that's real. But Athan Clackemanis, the talent level that he continues to show is extraordinary. Let's see what we do in the portal, Tony. Let's see what we do in the portal. We need some defensive help. 31-31. Two minutes to go. We got 10 minutes left. Nebraska game's going to be starting soon. Athen Cadillac Manis back in the game. Can he do it again? Back to Elijah Spencer. Woo! Now, do you see that quick footwork in the pocket by the Greek rifle? And then that arm talent? Tony, I might go right by 7-5. Ooh, there's an injury to Kerry Brown. Don't like to see that. Late in the spring game, trying to get everybody out of there without an injury. Kerry Brown looks nicked up. Tariq Watson looked nicked up. Couple secondary injuries. Of course, the Gophers need to get in the portal. They need to get a cornerback. No question about it. That has to happen. Linebacker, cornerback. 2:20 left to go in the game. We got a 4th and 1. They're going for it. They might as well. At their own 40-yard line, Maroon, 31-31, 4th and 1. Who he got stacked up. He did not make the first down. Maroon's going to take over with 2 minutes to go. Woo! Was it Joey Gerlach? No. I don't know who made that stuff. Yes, it was Joey Gerlach started that. Gerlach started that. That's nice to see. The young linebacker from Woodbury. Colt Gregerson's been making some plays. We got so many nicked up cornerbacks. We got somebody out there with an orange shirt on. I don't know who that is. Who is that guy? We got gold on gold. The Maroon team has ran out of defensive backs. So that's not a good sign. So I think defense have gotten even thinner here in the spring game. Pass D looks a little suspect. Well, our very thin secondary has gotten thinner in this game. No doubt about it. We've had some very good secondaries the last 2 years of the Gophers. But like I say, we need to at least pick up somebody in the portal. We need to pick up a cornerback. We need to pick up a linebacker. And of course, Athen Clackamas has just been on fire here in the second half. That level of quarterback play we don't see here at Minnesota. Watch the Wisconsin-Minnesota game of last year. In a real football game, Clackamas was unbelievable as a freshman. If he can do that, if that's who he is in 2024, looks like we're going to have a field goal competition. We don't want any more injuries. Let's get off the field. 48-yard attempt. That looks good. Gold, 34. Maroon, 31. I think they're going to give Maroon a chance to tie this up. Any early thoughts on Nebraska's 3-3-5 defense? No. No thoughts on it. I hope to watch some of that Nebraska spring game. What I'm really looking for is I am not a big believer in Nebraska's transfer quarterback from Georgia Tech. Right, they threw it to Spencer. Second down. 28 seconds to go in the game. Maroons got the ball. They're down by 3. .28 seconds to go in the game. Maroons got the ball. They're down by 3. The Greek rifle. Back to pass. To Elijah Spencer, down by the sideline. Incomplete. 18 seconds to go. It's Cadillac Manis to Elijah Spencer all game long. Sacked. He was sacked. He was sacked. Someone got beat on that. 52 got beat. Ooh, yes. Yes. Jaw Joyner, the pass rusher extraordinaire, got the sack on that. He's a beast, number 17. He's special. Gonna have a big year. Are you doing the Colorado spring game? I don't think so. I don't think I can fit it in. I was hoping to. Cadillac Manis, big time throw again. I mean, look at that throw. That is a tough throw to make. And he makes it look easy. Fourth and 5. We got a field goal attempt to try to tie the game, I believe. Yes, to tie the game. 13 seconds to go. It's good. Tied up at 34 with 10 seconds to go. I know they want to finish this because Nebraska's going to start here pretty soon. Big Ten Network wants this game to end. I don't know what they're doing here. They're doing plays from the 3-yard line. 2-point conversions. That's how they're going to settle this. Incomplete. They're trying to finish this game. Gold's got the ball. Cole Kramer. Hopefully Spencer's okay. Don't get him injured. Do not get him injured. Okay, let's end this, Cole Kramer. Just get 2 points. Gold team. They're going to try to run it in. Zach Evans, he got it. It's good. Game over. Gold, 36. Maroon, 34. He bounced it. Ooh, look at that. Outruns everybody. Gets it in. That's good. 2-point conversion. Gold team defeats the Maroon. Thank you so much for everybody joining us here at the spring football game. I learned a lot. Anthony Clackamanus, he's the real deal. Showed it again. He struggled. First quarter, he struggled. The next 3 quarters, or midway through the second quarter, he showed all the incredible talent in the world. And Darius Taylor, Zach Evans, sensational. Absolutely sensational. And Elijah Spencer, who is probably the game MVP, the transfer receiver from Charlotte, was absolutely spectacular. So I'm hyped up as a Gopher fan. After watching that, I am absolutely hyped up. I can't wait for August practice, and I can't wait for that home opener at Huntington Bank Stadium. Gophers versus the Cornhuskers. You better bring it, Nebraska. You better bring it, especially on defense, because if you don't, with this new Gopher passing attack, we're going to light you up, Cornhuskers. We're going to light you up. What have we beat? We've beaten you, the last 4 years in a row? I think. Let's make it 5 years in a row. Thank you so much for joining us here at Peek Around the Corner inside the Gopher by the Grace of God studios. Until next time, from all of us at PATC to all of you, please, you all take great care of each other. Thank you so very much.